After receiving a vaccination, Evelyne is now tending Ebola-affected children, part of a campaign that places social skills at the heart of the effort to roll back the dreaded disease. At an Ebola treatment center, Evelyne, her name has been changed for the purposes of this story, cradles a 7-month-old baby girl called Sarah. She provides the infant with desperately needed human contact. Visitors are kept behind protective screens to prevent them from coming into contact with the body fluids of patients who may have the virus. The first test was negative, Evelyne calls out. We are waiting for the results of the second. Collateral victims. The UN Children's Agency UNICEF says 30% of the 683 deaths registered so far are children or aged under 18 years. Many children are collateral victims, such as Luke, a 5-year-old boy playing football with Konzoli Katsuwa, a psychologist in a creche run by UNICEF. His mother died of Ebola a day earlier, Katsuwa said. We are keeping him under observation since he was in direct contact with his mother, she said, adding that he would be monitored for 21 days, the time taken for the virus to incubate. If he shows signs of the disease, he could contaminate others in his community. At a school in Butembo, 5 pupils carefully take notes during an Ebola awareness program. One of the speakers is Huguette, a 24-year-old woman who was cured after being infected following an Ebola death in January. I would like to raise awareness among my brothers in Butembo, to tell them that the disease exists, that it is a reality and that it's not stuff that has been invented. If you don't head for the Ebola treatment center you will die. But if you go there at the very early stages, you will survive like me, she said. Denial has been costly and bloody. 2 Ebola treatment centers in Butembo and the neighboring town of Katwe were attacked in February and March. A policeman died in the violence. The center at Katwe reopened last Saturday and authorities are now trying to get locals more involved in the Ebola response drive that many see as being led by foreign aid workers. Confidence building has taken place between the communities and those involved in the response program in areas where the most violence was recorded, it added. Residents have asked the government and non-governmental organizations to improve the ramshackle infrastructure to provide potable water and better roads. Ebola instills fear, but people understand that it poses a danger and one must protect oneself, said Salome, a woman living near the Katwe Center. According to the World Health Organization, WHO, the fight against the epidemic could take another 6 months.